Warrior 1 or Virabhadrasana 1, not as fun as Warrior 2, a little more awkward in the body. So let's take time to get the alignment correct so we can get the benefits of it. This is part of your Sun Salutation B and many practices. So with our Warrior 1, everything is staying pretty much aligned forward. We're gonna have our right foot, well, I'll start on my right side, and my back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Sometimes you can come into this by coming from a down dog and stepping that foot forward, just like in Warrior 2, or in any of our times when we have this front leg bent, we want to keep the knee behind or right over the ankle. If we are forward, then maybe we need a longer stance so that we can stay protecting that ankle and knee joint. With our Warrior 1, instead of my feet being on one line, if I drew a line down the mat, I have them on railroad tracks. And depending on where you practice, different practices will have them more aligned. And then some practices, my practice, has it a little wider. This gives me a little bit more stability and it gives more space for my hips to start coming forward. You can try both and see what works best in your body. So my stance is not quite as wide as Warrior 2 because I don't have my hips wide to the side. So all this space is forward. I have my feet on railroad tracks. Sometimes it's nice to start with the hands down to get those feet where you want them. The back edge of my back foot is grounding down into the outer edge of that foot. And it's very important on this pose that this leg stays straight because this leg is slightly externally rotated, so we don't want to put any weird pressure on the knee. So once I have my foundation where I want it, my knee just behind the right foot and my back foot grounded, then I start to think about drawing this left hip forward. Your hips might come parallel to the front of the mat, they might not. That's okay, we're getting this motion and this opening in the front of this left thigh. You can think about turning your rib cage forward and your shoulders forward. And once I'm here, I'm engaging those legs, pressing through the outer edge of the back foot. I'm actually scissoring my legs just a bit to engage my whole core here. And I'm using both the ball and the heel of my front foot to use both my quad and my hamstring. And then my upper body is actually in my mountain pose. So it's not a back bend. I'm trying to get this pelvis up neutral. Let the tailbone soften down, and as I do that, I want to remember to press back through that back leg again. So I'm really opening through this left hip. My whole body is in Tadasana, or mountain pose, and then the arms can come up. I like to bring the pinkies in just slightly to get a little broader through the shoulders, make sure they're not hugging up towards the ears, and I'm breathing here in my Warrior 1 pose. All right, let's take it to the other side just to go through those cues one more time. I've got a long stance, not quite as wide as Warrior 2. My feet are on railroad tracks. My front foot is facing forward, and my knee is bent, stacked just over or slightly behind my left ankle. My right foot probably have about 6 inches or 8 inches between my heels if I drew lines right down the mat. I'm grounding through the outside. My foot's at about a 45-degree angle, maybe a little bit closer to the top right corner of my mat. I'm pressing through the outer edge of my right foot, but I'm making sure I'm not rolling my ankle. So if my inner arch starts to lift up, I'm pressing down on that arch and keeping grounded on the outside of the foot. Then I'm drawing this right hip forward. My rib cage is forward, my shoulders are forward. I've got that nice bend in the front leg. And then I'm making sure that my pelvis is not in a back bend, especially in that lower back. We want to soften that tailbone down and re-engage that back leg. Opening up through the right thigh, arms come up, nice strong arms. If the shoulders don't like this, hands to heart, just like in chair. You can press into those hands and engage that chest to get a workout through the chest, some strengthening. But traditionally, arms are up, gazing forward. Get everything engaged here, and you're in your beautiful Warrior 1. All right, Virabhadrasana 1.